Cash Queen's ending explained. Do the gang get away with their stolen money? Is the mayor arrested? Cash Queen's ending explained. 5 women desperate to turn their lives around turn to a small-time robbery, which slowly devolves into several high-stakes heists that turn their lives upside down. Les Lions. The series has 8 episodes, each with a runtime of around 45 minutes. In this heist comedy drama series, we have crime thrills blending with character-driven storytelling that leaves us feeling rather amused from start to end. The story follows 5 financially strapped women who rob banks, but disguise themselves as men. They dodge police, gangsters, and corrupt officials, trying to turn their lives around while also growing together in the most unlikely ways. Cash Queen's ensemble cast and dynamic group chemistry are its most interesting parts and offer emotional beats that add flair to the storytelling. Its fun beats and laughs are intercut by escalating tension, and the stakes make it an engaging affair. Some of the backstories and character-first storytelling will leave viewers hooked to the screens. However, the problem with the show is that it does hold on to the tone consistently, and sometimes the drama or humor can overshadow the thrill of the heist. Let's focus on thrills more than comedy in a heist thriller, which it misses out on completely. Some other choices stretch believability, and I couldn't help but roll my eyes at some point. That being said, this is a lighthearted affair that will entertain you from start to end. Following 5 women, Rosalie, Kim, Sophia, Alex, and Chloe, we see their financial struggles as they try to make ends meet and eventually decide to band together to rob banks to turn their dead-end lives around. Disguised as men, we see their decisions devolving into chaos and desperation, making this a darkly comedic affair. Eventually, one robbery involving 30,000 francs spirals into multiple high-stakes heists that make things more and more difficult for them. With local gangster Ezekiel, the mayor of Marionade, and law enforcement closing in on them, things get too real for the gang. After Ezekiel coerces the gang into stealing a cocaine shipment, the gang makes a last-ditch attempt at turning things around for themselves and recruits a gang of women to help outsmart the bad guys. Although Hakeem and Dylan got away with the money, they eventually gave themselves up to Ezekiel and confessed their love to one another. During the final escape attempt, Alex gets shot, and Kim tries to stay behind to get help. However, when the police intervene, it devolves into a high-speed chase. Rosalie sacrifices herself to help the others escape, which helps them get away unscathed, but her fate remains unknown by the end of the season. It's a bit bittersweet as all the women wanted the money to better their lives and those of their families, especially their children, so going to prison feels like a bad fate, but we will have to see what Cash Queen Season 2 brings for the gang. Sophia's ex-husband, Khalid, has been a point of contention for the gang, especially after he figured out her involvement in the bank robberies. The gang tries to stop him, accidentally hitting him over the head, and then packing his body into a suitcase that gets hilariously picked up by a tourist. We see him alive and well, coming back to Marseille by the end of the season, hinting at complications just over the horizon for the women. Chloe exposes the mayor's corrupt deeds by using the stolen money to buy campaign t-shirts, resulting in him being arrested after winning the election. This exposes his misdeeds and abuse to the world. Malik, Sophia's brother, and Chloe have an affair after she's tired of the abuse at her husband's hands. Their relationship starts as lust, as a way for them to find an escape from both of their difficult lives. Thus, their budding romance becomes a source of comfort after a while, although things come to a head when they are trying to escape and get into a huge wreck. Their fate remains unknown, but here, it's hoping that they will make it out alive. In the end, the series highlights women's struggles and their desperate need to escape from society, trying to bring them down. It showcases the effects of poverty, debt, discrimination, and systemic failures that push ordinary people to live a life of crime. While a lot of the threads remain unresolved by the end, its messaging will leave anyone engaged. What are your thoughts on Cash Queens? Let us know in the comments below.